Oh yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's 5:03 in the AM. It looks like it's going to be a rainy Thursday morning. Oh yeah. Yeah, roger that. Oh yeah, looks like we're going to have some rain. Looks like the weather's going to interfere with a local vagrant that likes to solicit in front of McDonald's. So hopefully this rain will keep him away, like Black Flag keeps the roaches away. Well, isn't that basically where Cracky lives, a roach motel? It's funny because he was out there yesterday night, and as soon as he heard me and CK, he went. You know how the Chihuahua goes screaming with the tail between their legs, and that was Cracky. It was funny. He knew better to stay out here. I think I'm gonna be putting something a little different in line this week. Different radio, different flavor. Yeah, to change up the show. You know what I mean? Different meat, different look. Yeah, Roger. Oh yeah, just this little mic, man. I gotta make sure. I gotta check the battery on this mic. Because these 9 volts don't last the way they used to. Even though I put Duracells, look where they're made. Roger that. All right. Just want to make sure there's no jerk off with any kind of noise toy trying to take out my station, which it's highly impossible. It's actually against the laws of physics for that to happen. You see, this what gets me. People don't want to hear good conversations, but you got retards with noise toys out here. Yeah, they don't have the intellect to conduct a conversation, so they play noise toys. That's their only means of communication. It could also be a gay mating call. That's the only thing I can conclude. But it's all good. As long as you hear me, I crush anything out there that exists with my little 2 pill, man. Nothing like the 4 pill that you're going to be buying from me at a great rate. And, we're going to make this channel great again. You know how Ronald McDonald, or is it Donald McDonald, whatever you call that clown, how he thinks he's going to make America great again? Well, I'm going to make this channel great again. How's that sound? Yeah, he basically shot himself in the foot for the last time. He's doomed. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, to me, not for nothing, man. I don't think he ever wanted to be president, man. He just wanted to see if he would get nominated. Because, he fucked himself up, man. 10 times over, man. I just couldn't believe it. I never seen no shit like that.
Well, I tell people, man, it looks to me like if he was planted there by the Democrats to destroy the Republican Party, because no one could be as stupid, as dumb as him, as he is. Just the rhetoric that came out of his mouth, and then he condemns his own party. He calls everything rigged. Every time he loses a contest, he blames someone else for his mistakes or his failures. It sounded to me like he deliberately tried to destroy his own his. I wouldn't say his party, the Republican Party. That's how I assessed it all, because no one in their right mind would talk the way he did. It was just absurd, the things that would come out of his mouth.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. It's like, didn't get it. Didn't get it, man. I couldn't see anyone, downgrade his own, party, his political views. I mean, damn, man. Talk about, shooting yourself in the foot, man. He shot himself several times, man. Like I said, I just think he did it to see what happened. I don't think he really wanted to be fucking president, man. He was talking, there was so much shit that came out this guy's mouth, man. It's like, really? Then you're fucking up the people that trying to support you. That's the killer. He was fucking up his own people that try to support him, man. He just took the guys and that. Donald Trump, man, I tell you, that boy, he's cuckoo.
Well, I think, like you said, I think he was having fun initially, and then once it came down where he won his where he won as far as his party's concerned, and then it just got tougher and tougher from there on. And I noticed it wasn't fun anymore for him, because if you look at yesterday's debate, he wasn't smiling. He wasn't, even when when Hillary left the stage, there was no handshake. There was nothing. He looked very bitter, like a defeated person. And that's what I was assessing from it. Just his body language said it all. And then when he met up with his family, there was no smile. They basically got in their personal vehicle and and that was it. They left. There was no talking with the media. It was really he looked like a defeated person. That's how I gathered it. That's my assessment.
He had nothing left. There was nothing left to say, man. Honestly, he got destroyed. He just got destroyed. And again, they said it better. Everybody do it. Nobody, did anything. He shot himself up. He messed himself up there, everything he talked about. He just messed himself up, man. Let me tell you something. That was a train wreck on top of a train wreck with everything he did, man. And just to be out there, president. He's going for president, president of the United States, man. And you have to take fire saying everything is rigged. Everything is rigged. This fucking guy, man. I don't know, man. Cut him up.
Well, it's basically like Cracky pointing fingers at everyone else and calling them crackheads. In reality, he is the only crackhead out here. But he looks around and wants to blame everyone else for his addiction and his love for men. So it is basically a similar situation, pointing fingers.
Oh, yeah. That shit. Put us up. Put us all up in the lineup, man. Me, you, anybody. I just put Cracky in there and say, can you pick out a crackhead? They'll fucking pick his ass 10 times over. Yeah, he's a crackhead.
Well, you just got to look at us and look at him. Right away, they're going to say, yeah, vagrant, homeless, junkie, crackhead. Yeah, it just says it in his face. Down syndrome, psychosis, 730, the whole nine.
Oh, yeah, forget about it, man. They say, yeah, he looked like he just came out the methadone program.
Puffy eyes, extreme retardation.
Puffy eyes. He got that glow. Nigga, teardrops coming out. He's all dirty. Come on, man. And they smell like deep ass crack.
That's the worst, man. That smell, that is the worst.
Ain't nobody gonna fuck with that boy. That's how their nose. Anywhere they go and smell what they smell.
Well, part of it is his environment. There's a filthy basement dungeon that he lives in. He calls it an apartment. That breeds all kind of funk, odors, bacteria. You name it, man. That man is just one walking contaminated time bomb. Basically, that's what I assessed from this from the years I've been out here, and from my people out there that were giving me video footage, and they even have something called a sniff meter, and I was able to assess the funk. You can actually record it with this device, and they said it was very much similar to an odor that you get in the zoo, in some of the animal cages, and a combination of that and deep ass crack. Well, he says if Trump became president, he's going to murder him. Remember, he said that, so maybe he'll do all us a favor, and after he does that, they'll take him out, and his wish will come true.
Oh, wow, that's right. Yeah, he did say he was going to murder Trump. Because, he used to smoke weed with Clinton, back in the Oval Office.
So maybe he could smoke crack. He could smoke crack with Trump or get smacked by Trump, one or the other.
Yeah, they could go smoke that crack and hang out in front of Trump Tower and look at Trump begging. Good morning, good morning.
You can't make this up, man. You can't make this up.
Hell no, man. Another day in the neighborhood. Thursday will be Thursday, played by you, sir.
It's going to be a rainy day, man. Rainy day. We need that water, man. We're in a drought. We definitely need that rain. I hope it comes down heavy all day.
Yeah, the clouds are starting to roll in and shit. Yeah, it's gonna start, they said, in the evening time, probably like 5, 6. So, it's alright. I'll be out there. I gotta do a lot of stuff today anyway. Oh yeah, before I break out another vacation. Love it, I love it. It doesn't push out too hot, but
Oh, yeah? That's cool, man. Going away again. That's nice. That is beautiful. You see? You see what happens when you do the right thing in life? You get rewarded. You get that paper. You get vacation. Isn't that beautiful?
oh, hell yeah, man. Watch. Man, let me tell you, that's the best thing in life. It's a shame the motherfuckers wasted all away and fucking want to be taking drugs, smelling like shit, fucking impersonating Santa Claus and shit and taking people's money. How could you live with yourself?
Well, I tell you one thing. If I'm in that area around Utica and Clarkson and I see anyone in a Santa Claus suit that's stiff looking, I'm going to smack the holy shit out of her.
Oh, fucking knock him out of his Santa suit. You feel like fucking cobwebs where the roaches run out, the rats. What the fuck was that?
Oh yeah, I see anything that resembles that crackhead in a monkey suit or gorilla suit or any kind of dumb looking suit, he's gonna get slapped. The fire will get sparked out of him.
Oh shit. Yeah, I think somebody put up this shit. The costume this year is gonna be walking around like a pile of shit.
Yeah, well they got that costume. They make a nice costume for Cracky, a human prick, a life-size penis, and the extra is a rubber. But being that he likes to go raw daddy, he likes it raw. He likes his men. He likes his men under the covers with no protection. That's how he got the monster. So, yeah, he could get a costume like that, a walking prick.
Wow, a walking prick. I mean, that's what he looks like all day. A dirty one. Dirty dog. Hey, I'm listening to the dirty dog.
Yeah, and supposedly he's bald now. He's got that little receding hairline that started 3/4 from the back of his head. He got that shaved off, according to him. So I don't know. I think he's just bluffing. But yeah, if I see him anywhere in that vicinity with any kind of costume, he's definitely going to get a nice slap.
Well, they said he shaved his head off because, since I blew up his spot, he wanted to look like that imposter that he put on that video, remember?
Oh yeah, yep. When he turned around with the finger, and he said "F you, CK." Yeah, that part. Yeah, that was one of his biggest mistakes he ever did. He can never do that again. He can never turn on the camera and do that again. He knows better.
Oh shit. That's fucked up, man. Tony Dan's on crack. Yeah, man, when I point that out too.
Like he's ghost talking. He's talking to himself again, like he was yesterday night. Highly ghost talking. Yeah, that's part of his illness, and he talks to himself. You know, I don't know who he's talking to. Maybe it's Leroy. I don't know who he's talking to, but he's definitely talking to himself. It looks like Cracky would be content in his Section 8 apartment. It looks like Hillary's going to do it. So, well, it looks like it's good for you. It's a win-win for you, Cracky. Now that your entitlements are in place and they're going to stay there. You know, because Hillary's not going to cut anything. So, that's it. He's going to continue in his Section 8 apartment, EBT card, Obama phone. Or now it's going to be the Hillary phone. I gotta remember that. The Hillary phone is going to be called. Free minutes, 250 minutes for crackheads.
Well, crackhead better get married because Section 8 shit, they killing it. They killing it. The only ones that are gonna be allowed, if they still have the program, is gonna be women and children. You know, families. Single persons are not gonna have that shit, man. They terminating that shit. So if you're single, which, you know, Cracky's never gonna marry Sade, he's gonna be in the fucking, out of the dumpster.
Well, don't forget Pedro and Richard. They're gonna get married. Don't forget transgenders. Now they got same-sex marriage. Yeah, he's gonna get married. It's just not gonna be with a woman.
Well, then, you know, he might as well move in with the lucky boyfriend then because he's gonna give up the back cave.
Well, he's already gave up the back door, so the back cave shouldn't make a difference. Right, Cracky? Huh? The only way you're gonna stay in Section 8, you got to get married, Cracky. And in your case, it's your lucky boyfriend.
Oh, shit.
What is it, going on a month now? He still doesn't have his tube, man. What a sad little boy.
Oh, shit, man, what happened? I thought he was supposed to, you know, be covered and shit by the warranty. Alright, Pasha, get the fuck out of here. You fucking burnt this tube. Listen, fuck you. You have to send us money.
Well, once they evaluate the tube and they see that it was abused, and they'll see the coloration of the pins and the cloudiness of the glass of the tube, they'll say, nope, it was abused. It was overheated. It was misused, and warranty void.
Look, man, I spoke to Frank at Parts, man. I know Frank personally, and I spoke to him for many years. And Frank said they do not accept tubes with roach feces on it.
Well, especially when it's coming from Caporano, Richard. You got anything coming from that, from that crackhead, automatically refuse it, cause as a matter of fact, don't even bother opening the boxes. You don't know what you're gonna find, what's gonna crawl out of that thing.
Yeah, man. They every time they get something from that address, man, they put on the hazmat suits on, they put the biohazard gloves, and they throw that shit in the fucking biohazard container and shit, because they don't ever know what's coming out the box.
That's nasty, man. Just the thought and the smell. Think about it, man. The funk that must come out of there as soon as he opens that door.
And it's funny, because Frank told me, he goes, one time, because he couldn't believe it, he said it came from Brooklyn, New York. They received the tube, and it was wrapped in a dirty underwear. Who could that be?
And it had skid marks all over it, right? And piss stains?
They said it was so disgusting. Oh my God! They thought somebody sent them a dead cat. That's how bad it smelled. You know what's going on?
That is nasty. Wrapping up a tube in filthy underwear. Soiled. And he even probably had semen all over it from his boyfriend.
You gotta wonder, I mean, who would send a tube wrapped up in dirty underwear? I wonder about that.
That's embarrassing just thinking about it, the thought of it, man. Imagine that you're at our part, you're opening the box. All right, where'd it come from? Brooklyn, New York. Let's see, what is this? Opens it up and it's a filthy underwear, stinking like deep ass crack. Critters crawling out of the box. They're like, oh shit, seal it up, and send it back.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, man, the guy, he said, you've seen a lot of people send things, over the years, but gotta take the cake. He said they took the cake because it goes 1 year. Somebody sent I don't know if it was tools or some parts. And he said they must have been eating cereal because they left the bowl and spoon with the cereal inside the fucking box.
It was like one of those toys you get. When you're a kid, you open up the box of cereal for the toy. In this case, they found a spoon.
So he had crusty old cereal and a spoon and a bowl inside a box with the parts. Come on.
Yeah, I tell you can't make this up, man.
I'm telling you, man. But he goes, we thought that was bad, but to get a tube wrapped up in a dirty underwear, that was it. Well, that's why my videos and your videos got the hits they do. Because people are tired of hearing shit being made up. Oh, man, this is funny, man. So, like I said, I questioned. I said, damn, I wonder who was that? And it came from Brooklyn, New York, so.
It's sad. And the sad part is the Taylor tube, the Taylor brand. Because they have different brands, and the Taylor, out of the three different brands that make that tube, that was the cheapest. And the one with the small, I think it had the lowest warranty, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 2 years. They have other tubes that are more expensive, the same model, but like 3-year, 4-year warranty. But you got to pay a lot more for it. They come from different locations, but yeah, they have different quality of that tube. But the Taylor is the cheapest of them all. Real cheap. Probably Chinese made, because there's no way that's made in America, I'll tell you that much.
Hell no. That's the clincher, baby.
I'll be right back. Hey, bad boy, I'll be right back. I'm going to get a cup of Java. So, just in case the channel has to be cleansed, just do a little mopping there, mop the floor, make sure there's no parasites, no amoebas walking around and claiming that they're technicians, you know what I mean? I'll be right back. Let me get a cup of Java. They call me Enforcer 250 somewhere around the lower deck with my little Dave Made. Oh yeah, Dave Made 2-pill. And I just got down.
There you go. No problem, man. We'll be right here. Oh, yeah. Back that shit down a little bit. And away you go. Check. They call me
the background, 225, pickup truck with the way.
Hey, what's going on? Top of the morning, 225, pickup truck. Good morning, good morning.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. Top of the morning. Another day, another dollar. Another notch on my dog, 225. Down, baby.
Hey, there you go, man. There you go, 225. Pickup truck at my radio, 515 Bad Boy, the morning wave. Ain't nothing wrong with making that whole money dollar. Oh, I can't break my squelch. Well. I never seen such impatient people in my life, man. Unfucking real. The broken squelch, bang, bang, bang. Pump it up. I got it pumped up. Pump it, pump it. Shut up, stupid. Pump it, bitch. What is me? I don't know anything about no dog. Pump it up. Oh, they gotta put this squelch up. You got another. That's right, put your squelch up. Broken. Man. All I do is step on them. Crush the cockroaches. Crush the cockroaches. Crush. He said the real pickup. Crush. The only pickup truck I know out here is 225. 225, the real pickup truck. 225.
Hey, you doing good, man? Hey, no doubt about it. 225, the one and only, the real pickup truck. Got down, baby.
There you go. They can't take it. Hey, 225, when you drop that mall, they can't take it. They looking for the imposter.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss out here? I'm back with my cup of Java. What I miss? Enforcer 250 spiking this 100-pound steel hammer. What's going on out here? I'm back.
Well, you got the bitches out there crying. They gotta put the squelch up. Put your squelch up. Then they're trying to say this 225 is not the real pickup truck. 225 is the only pickup truck because he just dropped in the mall. That's why they get mad. They need a little Kleenex this morning. Maybe a couple of tampons because I think they got that period.
Well, 225 is the only pickup truck I recognize out there. That's the only one I recognize. Anyone else is just an imposter. And you know, we do it to imposters. There's only one pickup truck. It's 225.
That's it. Top of the morning, crazy Eddie. I dropped this mole, 515, got down. This impersonator and imposter rolling. Shut up, stupid. Nobody asked the crackhead to speak. Who woke up this fucking crackhead? Yeah, I'll give you credit for that.
I guess the junkie must have been thirsty, man. He wanted to hear men's voice out here. That's why Cracky's out here.
Oh, shit, he woke up. He woke up for that early morning cup of jism. What you trying to say, Enforcer? He woke up for that early cup of jism. Here, let me give him some of this. Take that, Cracky.
Well, all he has to do is grab his lucky boyfriend from under the covers and say that he wants some cream for his coffee. You don't even have to go out for milk.
Oh, shit, straight out of the fucking pipe. You got the jism.
Yeah, that's funny, man. All he has to do is reach under the sheets, under the covers. You know how when he got caught with black men under the covers? He goes, hey, now she knows. But we all knew that. You know, before his mother even found out. We all knew it.
His mother said, my son's gonna grow up to be a faggoty bum. And that's what he came out to be, a faggoty bum. Let me go get something to drink. I'll be back.
Roger that. I'll be keeping this channel clean until you get back.
10-4, man.
Nice and quiet. Crackhead, junkie, monkey free. Imposter free. Imposter free. Crackhead 127 free. Richie free. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Buck in the corner. 540. Look at that. With a 2 pill. Highly modified by yours truly. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Look, little Pedro's heading to the bridge, man. He's heading to the bridge. That boy got a little carrier. Until he heads to the top of that bridge, he's a mud duck.
Oh man, but you missed it. I got my squelch up. Both of the fucking homos got the squelch up.
I know, he's a little bitch, man. He cries all the time. And then they put these stupid comments on my page, him and his lucky boyfriend, Richard. You know this one thing? I put not one comment on Cracky's page, but he claims he doesn't look at my page, and all you see is his stupid comments. You notice that? For a man that don't view my page, his comments all over by him. I guess that's not him. That must be someone else.
On the Bozak, that's what it is. He's on the Bozak. He uses our material, especially your material. Forget it, man. These fucking guys don't make up their own shit. They gotta use your fucking material, man.
Well, I got Cracky using an Echo now. I got Cracky using the steel hammer, using all my terminology, all my words. Yeah, I got him basically like a puppet. I got him on the string big time. Oh yeah, Lord have mercy. All my lines, man. These little monkeys use all my material.
I just hope, because you said you're using them as a puppet, man, that you got your hazmat gloves on, man, because, there's no other way to, make him talk. Oh, yeah.
Well, not only do I have a hazmat suit on and the gloves, but I also have a can of Raid right in my left hand, just in case.
Yeah, man. Holy shit. That's something, man. Hey, McNightmares was the one that gave Richie the haircut. They fucking shaved her right in the back of fucking McDonald's, man. Ain't that some shit?
You know what's funny when he goes up to the guy, and the guy goes, "Hey Richie, show me a badge." He goes, "Hey dog, I'm suspended without pay. I don't have any badge."
Oh man, he said you got like 4 badges. What happened?
It's funny how he puts out videos and he makes a bigger and bigger ass of himself, and it's too stupid to realize it. You gotta love it, man.
Can't make that shit up, man. I'm telling you.
Then he gets a cigarette from the same McNightmare homeless character. Not even a full cigarette. It was like what they call it, a roach. Yeah, not the one that's crawling in his radios. The little roach. It was like, I don't even think it had a filter on it, and it couldn't have been no more than an inch. And he's like, "Thank you, sir." So I hope I don't see him either Halloween or around Christmas. If I see him any kind of costume, I'm gonna slap the glory out of him.
Oh man, forget about it. Just look for the costume of Trump's hat on a pile of shit. That's Cracky.
Yeah, I think he knows better to being at Santa Claus around Utica this year. I think he knows better.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be around there. Forget about it. He been crying that same tune for the last 3 years. Check the gates.
Prosty looked a little stiff. Last year, he looked a little stiff. Looked like he did poop in his pants.
Oh man, that's poop 24/7. That guy.
And he got bloated, right? His belly got big. He's like 9 months. So he's got to get a new set of Depends. Because the one that he wears was a XXX. Is definitely not going to fit him. Now he's just got to wrap like a beach blanket around his body. And then try to squeeze into that Santa Claus suit this year. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I know, man. How could you go from saying you're a bodybuilder and then you got a fucking belly bigger than fucking Buddha? Holy shit.
Then he had the nerve to say that I seen the reflection in his radio. And then I start changing my tune because I was shook. I looked at his at his at his profile or something. He said he was something that intimidated me. Some nonsense he made up that I saw his reflection and I was scared.
That nigga was fucking jumping back and forth until he had to take a shit.
I wonder if he deleted that video, man. That was funny. And then the following day, he turned his display off because he didn't want us to see his reflection. How funny is that?
Yeah, that's really funny. There's so many more.
And you notice how he rocks back and forth like a deranged animal? You notice that?
Hey, man, nigga's a fucking baboon.
And then he curses in his background. I'm gonna kill you, bad boy. I'm gonna kill you, enforcer. Yeah, I caught him even screaming, saying that he wanted to kill us, man. The guy has fits. Fits. Unbelievable. He's got to take that Prozac, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that video while Richie's rocking back and forth. We'll play the song. Do the Magilla, the Magilla Gorilla. While he's moving back and forth.
Or we could play a song, The Funky Monkey. Crack junkie, funky monkey, crack junkie, that funky monkey. And you see a Richie with his hands under his arms screaming.
That's fucked up. He was in Utica and one of the guys told, yo, what's up, man? You know how to do the brown? And fucking Richie said, yeah. He went straight and put his finger up his ass. I was like, yeah, you nasty bastard.
Well, that's what he did. That's what I did from what I hear from the COs when he was incarcerated. That's what he would do. He would shit on himself and wipe feces all over himself so he wouldn't get violated. But that only worked for so long.
Yeah, because they still jumped his ass.
That's nasty, Richard. Shame on you. To do poop all over yourself so you wouldn't get violated. That's nasty.
And then he put it in his mouth. He says, nah, it's peanut butter, officer.
Thank you, sir. Can I have some jelly with that?
Oh, snap. I need a little coffee with my chest.
But this year, Richard, I really recommend you don't put on that suit this year.
Oh, man. Nice and quiet.
This is the way I like it. Nice and quiet, junkie monkey, storytelling, liar free.
And then we'll be on a double L. They had a double L recording to the video game while they're on the phone.
I heard someone out there. I heard a driver out there requesting a repair from Richie Radio. He said he had poop in his radio. He wanted to know if Richie could remove it.
He's a professional, man. He licks the poop right out the radio.
273 Canarsie Base Station. How you doing this morning, sir?
Look, Richie got a local to hold his hand. Look at this.
Oh, snap.
I heard you out there.
No, doggy, cracky, no doggy.
Well, that's the only ones he could talk to. Is just his locals.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm just so glad, 250, I got you like, a building away from me and, I could pass you the sugar, you could pass me some coffee, ain't that what they say now? We're a building away.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Hey, don't give away the secret, man. They don't know we're in the same building. Wow. Don't say nothing, man. They went from an air mile to 12 blocks to 4 blocks, and now we're in the same building. Yeah, absolutely, man. We could actually use the same antenna, man. We just get a splitter, an AB switch.
Oh, hell yeah. And didn't you know, Weezy lives around the block from us, man. Oh, I think I let the cat out the bag.
You know, it's funny. Pedro had to go all the way up north, right across the Hudson from Weasel, so he could take me out, or he has to go to the Bronx, because Weasel commented, yeah, he came in strong. He came. I said, yeah, of course the man could come over me at times because he's in a mobile, man. Of course, anyone could drive around and strategically locate themselves where they have their best carrier into your radio. Come on, that's no surprise. No one's getting fooled out here. But let him do that in his truck yard and tell him pan the camera at the time he's saying he's where he's at. That'll never happen.
Nope. Nope. Too much Kleenex, man. Too much Kleenex out here, man. People need their tampons, man. They bleeding out here.
Oh, 272, we gotta go.
That's why I'm so confident. I'm so confident, bad boy, that the 2 pill is all I need. That's why that 4 pill is gonna be a proud. You're gonna be a proud owner of that 4 pill, is because the 2 pill is all I need to stop the tears out here, and that's just a baby driver. That's just a baby driver, because next year the Death Star is gonna be put into effect, and that's not a threat. That's a promise. And you know, if this cat's in Jersey, this cat's up in the BX, say, damn, this boy's doing 30 dBs with just a little baby Dave May 2 pill. What is that boy gonna do when he puts the Death Star in line and a little more firepower? I'm like, you know, there's a lot more to come, but I don't wanna spill any secrets out here, you know. So how much farther can needles go in this on people's radios out there? Right now, I got 30 dBs in a 5-mile radius, you know. I mean, if they have analog needles, all you hear is ping when I key up. That should jump all the way to the right. What are they gonna do when that Death Star goes up, man? Shame on it.
Oh, shit, you fucking them up now with what you got. Look, I'm only using the 2 pill, man. 2 pill, that's the radio itself. Just the radio itself. All I did was move my antenna a little bit. That's all. You know? It's just fucking hilarious, man. They just can't do it.
Squashing bad girls and bad boys.
Yeah, I thought I heard a parasite out there saying something about he needs to wash himself or something, that he has residue from his lover. But yeah, that's it, man. Look at that, 2 pills. Look at that. You're using just a radio, man. You're using just a barefoot radio, and you're crushing all these crackheads. Well, I should say all. There's one crackhead out there, and that's Richard 127. That lonely crackhead. He's just a crackhead.
Yeah, that's it. Poor little diarrhea man. Poor little diarrhea man. Crying. Somebody got some Kleenex.
Remember remember the teenagers when he was at 194 Utica and they used to be in his house smoking drugs with him and shooting up? Remember? They called him Doodle Man.
Oh man, boy, they was fucking jumping all over his man. They even told him, shut the fuck up. He was getting abused in his own fucking 20s. Shame on him.
That's sad, right? In his own crib, they sunned him.
Yeah, fucking kids took over, man. Put that nigga in the corner. If they get in the corner, go eat your boiled eggs. That shit was hilarious.
The funny part is they said, yeah, we do drugs here. We do this and that. He's like, hey, don't say that on the radio. He start yelling.
Yeah, the fucking guy said, fuck that. So why we do drugs? We do dope. Don't say that on the radio. You fucking dumbass. Uh-oh.
That was a classic. You can't make this shit up.
Hilarious, man. Hey, Crazy Eddie, morning time, man. Save more Bailey, no doubt.
Morning, one time, one wave. 250. Bad boy.
Waving it there, Eddie. Waving it. Oh, yeah. Gotta stay dry today, man. Gotta stay dry. Yeah, I'm gonna probably I'm gonna be working extra today, bad boy. So, you know, no one's gonna hear me out here. I tell you, these doubles been coming in, man. Doubles, working days off, man. Oh yeah, the tax man's gonna love me this year, man. Oh yeah. Between 1 and 150, easily, man. Tax man's gonna love me.
Morning, yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you know what? It comes back 10 times over.
Oh yeah, that's the great thing about having a good tax preparer, man. You know, I don't go to no H&R Block, none of those clowns. You got to go to the real tax preparer. You know, and this way you can get what you which you're supposed to get back. You know what I mean? All legal and all honest. You know, I pay my taxes, unlike some politicians don't pay federal tax. I pay all my taxes.
That's it, man. That's it. And at the end of the year, you get that nice big chunk back. Oh yeah, gotta love it, man. Type Brooklyn CD shop.
But wait a minute, how could someone pay taxes like 127 Crackhead Richie and he doesn't have a job? He claims he accepts all major MasterCard and PayPal when a man doesn't have an establishment. So how could he claim he accepts all major credit cards? You know, that shit is so funny when he says that.
Yeah, I mean, how could you claim to have a fucking CB shop? You have no fucking, you know, no kind of letterhead, no kind of information. Where's the storefront? Where's all the fucking gear? I mean, not for nothing. You would think, you know, if you had a CB shop, wouldn't you have tubes on hand? Not that you gotta go order them from another fucking... You gotta order tubes from another spot. If you're a shop, wouldn't you have that on hand, man? I mean, come on, man. Yeah, man, you never see a shop. You never see Cracky showing a picture of his letterhead. Show me the fax machine. Show me your printer, man. Come on. Show me. Now he's gonna go to the dumpster and see if he finds some old ass printer and a machine and shit. Yeah, good.
And the sad part is, if he wanted a tube, which he could get locally, all he has to do is ask Weasel. Weasel said he has 2 brand new ones, but Cracky thinks he's gonna get a free one because it's supposedly under warranty, a Taylor tube, which is the lowest of the tubes that RF Parts sell. But it's all good because when he gets that tube back and a little letter stating this tube was abused, it wasn't used properly, and we cannot honor it. This is sorry, void. They're gonna send it back, and they're gonna give him a little can of WD-40 and a can of Raid in the box with the tube. So that's what he's gonna get in return. I guarantee there's no way he's gonna get a tube under warranty the way he abused it, because it's total neglect, man. And they could see it immediately as soon as they open the box.
Oh, maybe they'll send them that dirty underwear that they got from Brooklyn.
Yeah, Roger. I hear little Pedro out there crying. He's on the bridge. Yep. When he hits me like that, he's definitely reached the top of the bridge.
Oh shit!
He's talking about hits. Hey, bad boy. He talks about hits, but check this out. He uses my titles on my video gates, and not only does he do that, insult to injury, he has the same videos and has multiple titles. So, I mean, how much of a scam is that? It kills him when he sees all the hits I get. And I have one page. He has like 4 or 5 different pages, and he still only get 1 or 2, 3 views at most. You imagine that? How pathetic is that? You use one video and title it 2, 3 different times, so he can cheat and get multiple hits. Because, see, with YouTube, if you try to upload the same video with the same title more than once, they'll reject it. So Cracky says, all right, he'll use different titles. You'll never ever see me do that, but Cracky does it, and he thinks that people don't see that. That's why they don't give him more than 2 or 3 views. And come on, Richie, stop stealing my titles and stop trying to do what you do natural, is be a fraud. Stop it already. Yeah, and stop biting my material, you bitch.
Well, you know, the reason why he uses your spelling, because, you know, he's illiterate. He don't know how to spell, so he's got to copy the same shit you write down. That's what it is, man. Poor illiterate Cracky. I don't know what happened yesterday. What happened yesterday?
It's a shame. And it's a shame how people have to drive all the way up the side of, right across from the Bronx over there in Jersey. He might have even been in the Palisades, so he has some nice elevation, That's the only way he's going to take me out in Weasel's Gate. And it's so evident, man, that he can't do anything honestly. We all know he's got a 2x8 pill, And we all know that he cheats. He's not at Wilson Avenue like he claims he is, because he can never pan the camera and key down at the same time and say, look, this is Wilson Avenue. You can never do that. But we all, we expect that type of behavior from a fraud and a junkie. But it is what it is, man. Anyway, I'm going to get my last cup of Java, then I got to head the hell out of here, bad boy. It's been a pleasure, my brother. I heard Crazy Eddie out there in the real pickup truck, 225. And I'm pretty sure Weasel got that gate rolling. And if Pedro is not on the bridge or not up in the Bronx or northern parts of Jersey or the Palisades, he's not going to be in Weasel's gate. It's all good. Anyway, let me get out of here, bad boy. Bad boy, I got a long day today, and probably won't hear you probably till tomorrow, man. So it's good talking to you and everyone else. Haters and, whoever else is out there, my fans. I definitely got a fan club. It's all good. You could send in your comments, send your donations so we could get Richard a tube for his amp so he stops crying. It's all good, man. Anyway, you got 250. You got the Enforcer 250 somewhere around the lower deck. And remember what I said. Don't do more. Do better. And stop crying and start buying. Stop the tears out there, man. Because remember, there's only one morning show, and that's Enforcer 250. The original, worldwide, acclaimed 5-star video at its finest. Provider of truth and justice the American way. So until tomorrow, you know who it is. Don't despair, because 250, you never know when he's out there. That's it. Good morning, and I gotta go. Bad boy, you have a good one, brother. Let me get out of here. And drivers, don't forget, watch your rear view mirror, watch your side, watch your front. Don't run over any pedestrians when you're in the city, because there's a lot of crazy people out there crossing with their face stuck in those cell phones. Anyway, I gotta go, man. Enforcer 250, somewhere around the lower deck, and I just got down.
Yeah, Roger, man. Have a good one, man. Yeah, I'm out the door myself, man. 410. And I'm gone now. Hey, Crazy Eddie, be safe out there, man. 225 with the wave. 515, we in the clear.
Squash. They call me the chicken beak squasher. Chickens with beaks, chickens without beaks. Either way, it all comes down to chicken. Well, I've proven a bunch of times that when I want to cut his radio off, I'm able to do it. And I don't know. I thought I heard him saying I was up in the Bronx or Palisades. So I guess Crazy Eddie's up in the Bronx too. When Crazy Eddie keys up on 153 or 314 key up, everybody's out of my radio. So this lying jockey that accusing me of being in the Bronx or Palisades or Queens or 32 Bill, 16 Bill, 8 Bill, you never know what I run. That's one thing. Second, when I want to get your radio, resources to take your radio right out. Dude, stop your crying. Hey, I'll tell you what chickens really do with their beaks. They get four of their friends and drag them on a tag along. When they get where they're going, they do it down in hell in no vida. Shame on it. Well, as the video gates reflect, 153, Super Wallet, Crazy Eddie, 314, they're on this side. They're over here next to me. When they key up,